I see Schechter like I see Israel. You know, we're a small community, but look at the impact we make.
When you come to this building and you see the kids walking up and down the hall, and the smiles and the enthusiasm and just the everyday excitement that goes on here, we absolutely know that we've made the right choice.
Each of my children leaves here thinking that they really can do anything.
We would have sacrificed, or we would have been willing to say, okay, for the Jewish education, we'll sacrifice something else. But we wanted it all, and Schechter gave us everything.
At Schechter, students get a very firm grounding in who they are as Jews, as Americans.
I definitely feel that Schechter very much helped shape who I am today. The teachers were really great, and I absolutely loved my classes.
It was a perfect fit for our kids. They've loved it. They've truly blossomed here.
I don't know many people that are as close with their friends from childhood and from high school as I am.
Being at Schechter, I made friends and I know I'll be friends with for the rest of my life.
Our children went 13 years here, and the bottom line is they came out with strong ethics.
If you care about not just your children's education, but also their moral and spiritual development, Schechter, as far as I'm concerned, it really is the school.
The Torah is like a map, and it's a way to live your life with ethical and moral standards. And Schechter is the GPS.
Our teachers here at Schechter know our children. They see our children. They see not just what's on the surface, but they see their neshamot, they see their souls.
The teachers knew so much about my children and were having an incredible role in raising them and in nurturing them and in teaching them and in helping them grow up and turn into real mensches.
I really just learned a lot from my teachers and from having close relationships with my teachers.
And Mrs. Fields, she will send notes home. Every time I get it, it makes me so happy. She'll call, she'll pinpoint something, you know, a specific project they worked on or something they did for a fellow student. I mean, that sense of caring means the world.
I don't know many other people who call, you know, their old principal by first name and would call her at 11 p.m. to discuss an issue like I would with Oprah.
I love that my kids come home in the days and even the weeks leading up to the Chagim and they're singing songs.
My favorite holiday is Purim because you get to come and Tashin dressed up in costumes and you get to have a Purim party and a Purim carnival.
It's being assimilated into their daily life. I mean, I think so much of the school year for them, it's not just about the academic school year, but it's also about the Hebrew calendar.
I really loved both of my secular and Judaic classes, and I took both the challenging classes in each of those fields.
You know, first and foremost, obviously, we checked the box, Jewish education, and that was easy. I think the real surprise for us was the excellence in the secular area.
In the years that I've been here at Schechter, I've seen tremendous strides, especially in the areas of science and mathematics.
Well, Mrs. Seidman, the science teacher, usually that's most times we have it, we get to do cool experiments.
It's really hands-on learning. You know, it's not just writing in a book and reading from a book. And I love that because I feel like they're really involved in what they're learning, and I feel like it sinks in more.
We look at programs like the E2K program where we're training teachers. They're going to Israel to be trained to teach our students in such a progressive way about concepts in math and science.
The new engineering program that started this year at Schechter is really an incredible advance forward for our school, where students are preparing in Introduction to Engineering. Next year they will continue on to bioengineering and ultimately to research possibilities.
The education is in such a way that, you know, really allows students to develop and learn their own way of learning.
I learned so much about Judaism, but I also was able to question my beliefs, kind of decide the way that I wanted to practice Judaism, the way that I wanted to be a Jew.
One of the areas of great pride in our program is the Judaic Studies program, in which students really look at a text, look at situations in the world, and are able to draw wisdom from ancient texts and apply them to current and contemporary dilemmas.
The intensive Talmud class from the 12th grade decided to put together this presentation for Martin Luther King Day.
One of our teachers, Rabbi Waldman, had taken the speech, "I Have a Dream," and created it in the image of a page of Talmud.
And we sort of got to break it down in our group, both learning about it from the Jewish perspective and from like the social perspective of the time.
Students delved into this quintessential American speech that triggered so much change in this country and in the civil rights movement, and looked at it from the perspective of Torah.
I think one of the unique aspects of becoming part of the Schechter community is it's just that. It is a community, and everybody cares about everybody else. The kids from day one when they walk in learn how to communicate with each other, learn what it really means to be part of the Schechter community, the Long Island community, the greater Jewish community.
And I think that the community at Schechter is so amazing and so tight-knit and just so supportive. And I think you can't find that everywhere.
I'm particularly grateful for the sense of community that not only our children have gained from being part of this wonderful school, but I have to say that we as a family have become a community with the Schechter School of Long Island.
Well, Schechter very much encouraged people to pursue different activities relating to community service, and that's something that I had continued later on as well. And I think it's really nice to be able to always have that idea in you that you want to do something to help others.
A lot of times at morning assembly, Cantor Wagner will announce that we're donating stuff. So she'll say, and now we have a bin in the front and you can bring a new pair of pajamas, or sometimes we'll donate toiletries to people in the army. And it's really cool because it teaches us each vote how to be a good person.
After Hurricane Sandy hit, the student government, we wanted to raise money for the family, so we put out these coin collection things. We ended up raising $2,000 worth in coins to get things for families in need, and the community just showed how much people really cared.
The Chesed Committee is a labor of love for me. It really was an idea to reach out to all of the Schechter families to let them know that we are all one. We are a community. We are a family.
It really fosters this wonderful sense of community that we have, because everyone knows that whether they're in need or they've just had a joyous occasion in their family, that we're there.
After Sandy, we really began to create a mini organization that could reach out to those who were affected by Hurricane Sandy.
And think about the difference we made to those families and to those children, and that's something that we can all be grateful about and proud about.
I've been through the school with a lot of different things going on in Israel, and it's really great to see how the school rallies around, whether it was the Gilad Shalit thing.
The fifth graders would go up and they would do the Sfirat Hashevi, which is how many days that person is in captivity.
Once he was free, we all started screaming and yelling. We were so happy.
I think one of the things that Schechter does with our children is really give them the core self-esteem that they think that anything's possible.
It's a tremendous honor and a tremendous responsibility to know that we are preparing children who are the age of 5 today for careers we don't even know yet exist.
They all are as prepared to launch as any child I've ever met.
It was a first-rate secular education, that pales to nothing. All three got accepted to, great universities, and we're very proud of, and we credit, Schechter for that.
I'm a freshman at Northwestern University, and there's no question that Schechter has made my transition into college feel a lot easier.
Just the ability to really balance all my coursework, having had, a dual curriculum at Schechter, I feel like that really helped me in college.
2 of the classes that I had taken, economics and art history, ended up developing into my majors at Brown and 2 of my major passions in life.
They had teeny classes, and they all went to universities where they had gigantic classes in comparison, and yet the transition was easy. They felt comfortable, they felt academically prepared, they felt socially prepared.
The small classes were really great at Schechter because they sort of taught you to really feel comfortable speaking out and to feel comfortable sharing your opinion, which is great for leading you to a bigger scenario like college.
One of the benefits to going to a small, nurturing school like this is actually that you don't think about is sports.
At Schechter, I was on the basketball and baseball team for 4 years, and even the golf team for a year. And I definitely had some of my greatest moments there, and I wouldn't trade them back for anything.
The coaches always emphasize sportsmanship.
It's not just about one specific area. It's all the time. It's about who you are, and that's really what you get from being an athlete at Schechter.
Each of our kids has found what they truly love here at Schechter, and I must tell you, it's different for each and every one of them.
I started drama in 3rd grade, and it gave me self-confidence.
Things like Schechter at Broadway, or putting elementary school kids in a production with high schoolers that Schechter does so well.
My grade, we really enjoyed Teva because we were around nature.
So we got to go on cool hikes, and our guides taught us about nature, and they taught us about how we can take care of it.
It always makes me smile when I think of my son's career choice to become an environmental scientist, and that it all began at Teva when he was in 5th grade.
I know that I am the person I am today because of a lot of things that I learned at Schechter.
Looking back, I loved my years at Schechter.
Our kids don't just learn, they live and experience what they're taught in books, what they're taught in the Torah, what they're taught in music and in art class. They live it, so they feel it, and it's through that prism that I see that they're prepared for entrance into the world.